Hi Curious and welcome back. Where there was fire, ashes remain, so it could be said that the love between a certain Hollywood couple could be reborn like Phoenix from the ashes. Here we are, of course, talking about the recent meeting between Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Did you know that it is already the third time that they have been spotted together in the past couple of weeks? Since she has recently broken up with Alex Rodriguez, could it be said that Jennifer Lopez is lovesick? What controversies are there around the former couple whose love years shook the world of Hollywood with their stormy wedding cancellation? Which does sound very similar to what has just happened with JLo and Alex, so make sure you stay with us until the very end to find out all the latest news with regards to one of Hollywood's past iconic couples. But before we continue, don't forget to turn on the notifications and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. So curious, there is no doubt that reality often surpasses fiction, and just to mention JLo's long career of success, which is also marked by a long list of relationships that hadn't always worked out. The recently cancelled wedding between Alex Rodriguez and Jennifer Lopez, which had shocked fans all over the world, is not the first in the list of her love failures. Just as we were all anxiously waiting for their ceremony to take place so we could see this seemingly happy couple enjoy their special day, the unthinkable happened. Most reckon this stems from the rumours that Rodriguez had cheated on the singer with Madison LaCroix, which he had denied, but it seems that while they had worked to repair the relationship, it didn't work out. However, if you want to know more about what had actually happened, be sure to check out our previous video, the link to which is being displayed above. But for now, make sure to stick with us to find out what is going on with Ben and Jen. But sticking to the theme of being seen with exes, it's not the first time that both Jennifer and Ben Affleck had resorted to past loves. For example, recently the Batman actor was seen spending time with his ex and their children. And of course, they could just be spending quality time with their children, but who here remembers the iconic interview the Affleck gave for the New York Times in 2020, where in a few words he said that what he regrets the most in his life is the divorce he had with Jennifer Garner. In light of Mother's Day, he even dedicated a touching message to her, where he wrote, "So happy to share these kids with you, luckiest parents in the world. Thanks for all the good you do. Happy Mother's Day. Love, their dad." Although here we can say that JLo is also guilty of something like that. We are sure many of you remember that once she had ended her relationship with Ben just 17 years ago, sooner rather than later, she was already in the arms of her friend Mark Anthony, with whom she then got into a relationship with and with whom she has her children Em and Max. So could it be that since both her and Ben have broken up, they are seeking comfort in the arms of their exes? What do you think, Curious? And since we have mentioned her kids, why not check out our previous video where we talk about Jen's kids, and you can do so by clicking on the link above. But for now, make sure you stay with us until the end. Although when you are single, there is really nothing wrong with resorting to the arms of past loves, and what better than being able to rejoice in the arms of someone who already knows you from years ago. Though there is also the saying that he who cheats once will cheat again, and it seems that their past has nothing new to say. But do you think that this is a good idea, Curious? But despite these sayings, it seems that nothing and no one is stopping the couple. And we say this because sources close to the couple had revealed to People magazine that Jen and the Gone Girl actor went on a little getaway to Montana where they spent several days together. Surely 17 years is enough to heal a broken heart after a relationship, and one that undoubtedly in the past made many of us sigh for this couple and wish that we too had something like that. However, Ben Affleck was the one who made the mistake back all those years ago when he allegedly had gotten with a dancer at a bachelor party, among many other speculations of infidelity on the part of the actor. Though there was also talk of how the tabloid press had played a part in the breaking of the relationship between Bennifer. Even Ben himself in past interviews had mentioned how the press had treated JLo badly and even talked about issues regarding racism. Following their recent reunion, the former couple was photographed riding a car outside Big Sky, a luxury resort in Montana where Affleck also happens to own a home. Sources close to the couple have said that JLo spent several days out of town with Ben. They have a strong connection, everything has been fast and intense, but Jennifer is happy. In fact, before being spotted in Montana, the pair were spotted at the Vax Live concert, but Ben and Jen were not photographed together on that occasion. Although with regards to that, many media have pointed out that the two have definitely already broken the friend zone barrier, since they also flew together on a private jet from Montana to Los Angeles. When they arrived in LA at LAX airport, they left in a car together and headed to her home in Bel Air. Surely, Alex Rodriguez must be burning up his conscience at this point, or do you think he's just shrugging it off like nothing has happened? Stay with us to the end to find out. Although by now, they may even have more in common, seeing that they both have recently broken off their relationships. It was 2004 when the two had called off their relationship, and since then they have only been friends. Maybe they looked like real close, but it has never gotten beyond that. They both got their romantic lives back on track and by being with other people and starting a family. But also affections had remained, it seems. But is this a good thing? Currently, J-Lo is focused on acting, dancing and music, while Ben, who is already a successful and established actor, has had problems with drinking that were the reason that his marriage with Garner ended. Do you think that Lopez really wants to get involved with him, which would also include her children? And what will Mark Anthony say about all this? It is a common knowledge that Jennifer keeps close to her exes. A clear example of this being the relationship she has had with Mark Anthony over the years. But this is just one of the varied and extensive relationships that she has in her catalogue. In the past, she even married her bodyguard. And if you want to know more about the men in her life, be sure to check out our previous video by clicking on the link above. Even now, several media outlets are reporting that both Jen and Alex are still good friends, despite having broken off their relationship. But while many of Bennifer's fans are shocked by this news, there is one person who is more shocked than anyone else, and that person is, yes, some of you might have already guessed it, Alex Rodriguez. According to E! News, the former MLB player is stunned more than anything else, especially since they officially split and called off their wedding just a month ago. A source close to the former couple had spoken with the media outlets and said A-Rod is shocked that J-Lo has moved on. He really thought they would be able to make it work and reconnect. He's been reaching out to J-Lo to try and reunite with her, and she's been very curt with him. Well, curious, the ex-player was saddened by the recent news. And although, do you believe in the remote idea that Ben Affleck and Jennifer are doing it especially just to annoy their exes and have us all going crazy to know what the truth is? In reality though, only they know how they feel and what their intentions are. But what do you think? If that news has surprised some of you, let us explain that in addition to all this, Alex even approached Jennifer to let her know that he is upset. But for our singer from the Bronx, in short, she is not interested in rekindling the flame with A-Rod. Maybe Alex was very serious about patching things up. Here it seems that for many women, patching things up is simply calming the waters, especially when there are interests in between, from houses and businesses together to simply getting the momentum to move on. And by the looks of things, J-Lo proves it. Now, let's see on how good terms they are, since it is no secret to anyone that when you end a relationship, it is when you really get to know the person. So now we just have to go and see what either of them do next. But a source close to Lopez explained that her and Ben's week-long meeting gave them the opportunity to see where this could go, and that according to them, she wants to give her relationship with Ben another go, since they never had closure and she has always wondered what could have happened. The timing was never right and they were in different places until now. And if you don't remember, he will remind you that in Jennifer's book, True Love, she described that when she broke up with Ben, it was like having my heart ripped out of my chest. And in it, in her own words, she wrote about her good and bad battles in love. So after 17 years, the fire of their love still remains. Let's wait to see if all this is really reciprocated, since it seems that Affleck goes from ex to ex, since recently he was seen also with Jennifer Garner, and media point out that both the meetings of her and Lopez are just to get rid of the feelings after his split with Ana de Armas, who by the way we also have a video about, which you can check out by clicking on the link above. And on the other hand, it looks like J-Lo just simply does not like being alone, but we will have to wait and see if there really will be a will continue in this story between Lopez and Affleck. So curious, did you expect Bennifer to reappear again as a couple now that 17 years have passed? What do you think about this news? Do you reckon they will come back and finally have their desired wedding? What other couples would you like to see come back? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. Also, don't forget to check out our brand new channel, CURIOSIPS WOW. We post videos full of the wow factor. Until next time.